Hi there, it's JJ Hayes, the Hayes Wire at KFDI.com. Another special guest. An important week is on the way. I am seated next to Angela Breer, who is the Communications Director for the American Heart Association here in the Midwest. And next week is Congenital Heart Defects Awareness Week. And I'm so glad I got that right, because I wanted to just say CHDs. Let's talk about CHDs, but who knows what CHDs are? Well, that's the reason for the interview. That's the reason for the Awareness Week. So let's talk about congenital heart defects. First of all, give me some background, some statistical information that will make people aware of how serious this thing is.
So kind of in a number nutshell, 1.7 million Americans are expected to be living with CHD.
Okay.
Oftentimes they grow up with it. It's something that doesn't necessarily go away. It can be treated and fixed, but they're still known as a CHD warrior or survivor. Roughly 40,000 babies are born each year with a CHD. And in kind of retrospect, or kind of to break it down, no one knows really about CHD until they're born with it or their child is born with it. It doesn't discriminate. Anyone can be born with a defect. So it's one of those that you can't do something differently, or a certain race or a certain age group. Those sorts of things don't factor in.
Okay. So if I'm understanding it correctly, this is something they'll detect at birth. Mm-hmm. It's nothing that can lie dormant and then come about or present later on in life?
Sometimes it does.
Okay.
We know that early detection is key. So one of those things that the American Heart Association has worked on is pulse ox.
Okay.
And what that is, it's that little clip that you get clipped on your finger.
I love that thing.
It like lights up.
I'm the guy who sits in the emergency room with someone else while they're laying in the bed. I'm playing with everything, pushing the buttons.
Right. Yeah, so it lights up. But ideally, if a baby has that test run prior to leaving the hospital, a lot of CHDs can be found then. And in the state of Kansas, it's been reported that hospitals where babies are delivered all do that test before a baby leaves. So.
Okay, so that's important information moving forward. Now, what certain events or social media activities are taking place next week to not only bring awareness to people who live with congenital heart defects, but to encourage people maybe to look more into it, especially if they are expecting.
Exactly. So one of the things in Splurge magazine, we have a 2-page spread with 7 local faces featured. The oldest there's 2 of them, and they're 11 years old. The youngest is 2, and they've all had at least 1 surgery. One has had 5 surgeries. Wow. So highlighting what CHD looks like. Oftentimes you don't see a scar,
right?
So you don't know a child may have this. So we're highlighting them, and then each day on Facebook and Twitter, also on Instagram, we will be featuring each one of those children and kind of a little bit more about them and a fact about CHD. And then on February 9th in the evening, so everyone can be at home, comfy, in their socks and PJs or whatever.
Well, I have a onesie. I have a little Hello Kitty onesie, but I don't tell too many people about that. But anyway.
That will work too.
Okay, good.
So at 7 o'clock on our American Heart Association Kansas Facebook page, we will do a chat with CHD moms. So it's kind of asking questions, what is CHD? What are the best things to take to the hospital? How do you record everything the doctors tell you? Just kind of tips and tidbits about what can be helpful. And also, maybe you're experiencing it or a family member is, and you want to be helpful for them.
Okay,
so.
This is all great information. Tiny, my co-host, wanted to be here today. He sends his regards. Ironically enough, he's off at the doctor getting a checkup on his heart.
Very important.
Very important, but it speaks and screams irony. So anyway, he sends his regards, and he's glad you were able to stop by and let us know more about Congenital Heart Defects Awareness Week. And we're going to have the link to your website, your Facebook page. All the important links are going to be on this blog, so make sure you click on those and study up and read and share your experience. If you've got someone in your family who might be expecting, definitely share this with them. It's an important week of information. It can go a long way to helping moving forward, correct?
Yeah.
All right, Angela, always great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. Friday the 3rd, which could be today depending on when we get this video up, is also Wear Red. Go Red.
National Wear Red Day.
Yep. Go Red ICT. Is that the hashtag? All right. So be sure to take all your red pictures. Go Red ICT, and be listening to the KFDI Morning Show, because I think we've got a gift card to give, and we'll tell you how you can do that in the morning. So thanks so much, Angela, for coming in, and thanks for all you do with the American Heart Association.
Thank you, guys.